So let's add a little bit more logic to our player. First of all, we need to create a few more animations, and I do have, yeah, I thought I have them, but I guess they are not cleaned up. But I do have the next attacks, I believe. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to make him so that he can continue attacking the longer we, well, as much as we press the attacks, he can actually continue and play the next attack and the next attack and so on. But first I have to create the animations. So let's go and create them. Mikey, let's say, let's just do attack 2. Now this attacks, come on. Now these attacks play in sequence. So let's find him here, right renderer. We will start from this. The previous frame, of course, will play from the previous animation. Let's just drop them all in here. Okay, and I think that will go back to idle. So this will be his attack. Let's fix him. Maybe something like that. Okay, and in here we're going to do the hitbox. We're going to enable it. Let's make it bigger. Scale it up and have it covered all that. Okay, and up till here, then we can just close it. So that will be attack 2. Let's make attack 3. Attack 3, where from this frame he can go to this frame. 1, 2, 3, 4 frames, and I think the rest will just go back. Okay, let's make this one a little bit longer. Perfect. So let's enable the collisions, hitbox, is it a bit. Okay, then up till here, then we can just close it. Okay, so now we have 3 attacks. So here's something we can do, at least for this one. And let's have a bool. Let's say is combo. Okay, then we have attack 2, attack 3. Then for this attack to go back to the locomotion state, it should say is combo equals false. If is combo is true, while on exit time, then it's going to go and move to attack 2. The attack 2 then is going to do the same thing, and it will revert back to idle if the is combo is false. Otherwise, it's going to return to this if is combo is true. Okay, otherwise, again, fall back, just idle. Okay, doesn't matter if the combo is true or not. So in here we can add another bool where it's going to say is combo is false whenever we are in the locomotion state. So going upwards into 1, 2, 3, and in locomotion it will set it up as false. So let's code this, and while we're playing we can actually either use a flag. Yeah, I think we can do this via a flag. So to set it simple, you can say can enable combo. then on locomotion we can do can enable combo set that to false, and then on attack 1 I'm going to add one more here. We'll say can enable combo set that to true, and another one over here can enable combo set that to true. Then inside our animator hook we're going to have public bool can enable combo, and we're going to do a get, and we're just going to do a return can enable combo. So on our input we can do pick player, play action. So if you're interacting, well, actually let's do bool is fire 1. Let's get this is fire 1 over here, is fire 1 over here. So we are using root motion, but if unit controller dot animate, okay, let's do another shortcut which we will say public bool can do combo, get return animator hook dot can enable combo. Okay, can do combo if fire 1 is fire 1, then we need to enable that, so we're simply going to be saying unit controller public void is combo. And just do animator hook, let's set that public void set is combo. Copy that, paste it, is combo to true. So this is the simple approach to this. I'm going to show you later a little bit more advanced way to do this. Okay, so let's try it out. So I'm pressing once and it does all of it. Okay, so let's see what's happening onto his animator. Let's put this on the side. Okay, so let's check the transitions. If his combo is true and we are attacking once, that's why his combo is true. Combo, let's say can enable combo, that one false. Okay, can do combo fire 1. So let's make this get buttoned down first of all, because otherwise it stays on for more than one frame. Yeah. So we have to press it 3 times now to do the combo. And that is. Okay, so that's this for the combo. That's the simple way to do this. And what I don't actually like, however, is that, yeah, it kind of plays onto, it's a little bit heavy on the animator, but it works, at least. So, yeah, I think I'm actually going to go with that for now, because it works. And another thing that I should be doing is whenever you are saying you are inside this state, it should be setting is combo to false, so you have to enable it again before you go. Yeah, for attack 3 I don't think I'm going to add it. Okay, so you see we have 2 attacks. Awesome, so that works fine. So let's do, there's a few other attacks that he's doing. There is the jump attack, so basically if you're holding the up button, and so when you're moving up and clicking to attack, you're actually playing this animation. Or actually no, that's the 4th animation, so there is a 4th one. Okay, so you're actually playing this animation and going back down. Okay, so let's do the 4th state as well then. Let's duplicate that. Let's call this attack 4. Actually, we don't need, yeah, okay, let's do it. So this one, setting, set this to 1, set this to 0, and condition this combo is true, then transition back to this. Okay, 1 and 0. This can just play. This then needs to be is combo is false. And on attack 3, handle animation bool can enable combo status to true and is combo status to false. So we can play now 3 of them. Okay, that should be fine. Perfect. So let's create the second and the 4th animation. That's on the idle. We want this, so it's probably this. Like this frame, so let's do this. Jump up. We'll have him jump up with our sprites. That's how we do our sprites. There's something confusing happening here. I don't know. Okay, let's make this like this, maybe. Okay, so we need to have him start getting up. On this, let's do maybe 0.2. I think he should be 0.2 here. So for this will be just 0. And here he should be at 0 for sure. think I can delete this frame position. He starts getting up here. Okay, technically we can change this over here as well. So you start jumping and it falls a little bit better. Yeah, that's much better. And let's add the hitbox or the hitbox. A little bit of a fancy move that basically just do the same thing as the rest. Okay. Enable it here, disable it here, then over here. For this match, let's disable the hitbox. And we will enable it once while he's going down. Perfect. Okay, then close that. And let's just replace the animation now. Attack 4. So now he should be able to do 4 attacks. Okay, but there is some more attacks where we're doing. Well, let's start with this one. So this is the up attack, up and attack. He will do this animation. So it's a different action entirely rather than keeping it on the same combo. Okay, so let's create the animation again and let's call it up attack, and let's do the same stuff we're doing. Yeah, you'll see that the only downside to this style of creating the games is, of course, we rely a lot on the animations, and of course when you are doing all the animations yourself, well, you have to kind of do everything. Okay, let's make like this, and I think that's fine. So let's start raising him up about this. I'll go with 0 here. And start having for about here. Just be at 0 here. Okay, so let's switch the curves and let's focus on this one. We can delete this one, and this one on the right side can be free, something like this. On the left can be something like perfect. There's a bell curve. Okay, maybe slightly big. Okay, so let's add the heart boxes. So let's disable the heart box here and enable it when going down. And the hitbox should be open here for this. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that will be the up attack, and the difference with this is that it's going to be enabled with a different combination of keys. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's go and write our code. First of all, we need to know which action we are actually using. We need to have an input frame, let's call it that. Input, let's make this public class, let's call it input frame. and that will be public bool left, right, up, and down. Okay, and public bool attack, public bool jump. Okay, we do not have jump yet, we'll add it later. So we're going to have an input frame in here. Then on start, we're going to be resetting everything. Attack equals false, input frame dot jump equals false, then left, right, up, down. So instead of is fire 1, we're simply going to be saying is attack, and then again input frame attack, input frame attack. Okay, but this actually won't work this way. We won't be using it this way, and we'll see how this works in a bit. Let's fix this first. So we're going to say if h is greater than 0.2f, then input frame dot right equals true. If h is less than minus 0.2f, input frame dot left equals true. If vertical is greater than 0.2f, input frame dot up equals true. If vertical minus 0.2f, input frame dot down equals true. Okay, so we can technically pass these two now without the horizontal, and then instead of saying play action, we're going to say detect action. I'm going to do public void detect action. Input frame, and that will be input handler dot input frame. Okay, then we're going to go on all our actions we have over here on our action data. But first we need to assign an input frame inside our action data ourselves. So let's do public input frame. Input handler dot input frame inputs. Okay, but first we also need to make this a serializable list, serializable class. Okay, so back to our items, let's call this A, then we simply compare. So if A dot inputs dot attack equals as frame dot attack, or hold on, then let's do attack, well, down, and let's just copy paste this a couple of times. This, so left, right, up, and jump. Okay, so we have one more than we need. Perfect. So let's do the same for the other side. Up, jump, jump, down, attack. Okay, so now once we have a valid action we can use, let me fix the action, and then we're simply going to say play action, okay, and break. Okay, so we're going to say now on our input handler, without doing this, we're going to say input frame play action, detect action. Okay, so let's set this up. You see that it's fairly basic. and it's going to give us a lot of control. Then there's one trick that you have to know, however. So for example, I'm going to tick attack on the first attack. Then I'm going to tick attack 2. I'm going to say up attack. Damage type, I'm going to set it to heavy. We can say 15 or something. And I'm going to tick up and attack. There is one slight problem, however. Even if I'm pressing the up now, yeah, we have to set this up on our input frame. We have to enable it. We have to create the instance. One way to do this will be to just make this public. Because it's a serialized class, it's going to assign it. Then clear that. So one problem right now is that let's see. Well, first of all, now it's doing not checking the attack. We did something wrong. We actually need to be checking if they are correct. We actually need to be checking if the entire instance is correct. And I think we might need to be checking if there is even the attack button or jump button into play. So let's do that first. So if f.attack equals false, then simply ignore the rest of the actions, because the attack is what's actually setting up our instance. Okay. Then another thing we can actually do is also keep the jump in here. We'll see this in a bit. So let's see now. Okay, when I press attack, you can see that I'm actually pressing it, and our combos work as well. Okay, but, well, actually no but, it does work fine as well, because it has to be the exact same. So when I press up and attack, he will do this and not do the other attack. Okay, so that's actually perfect. So with this sense, we can actually do the rest of the attacks. So if I'm pressing the other way, he can do a kick attack, or if I'm pressing down, he's doing a kick attack forward. And I think that actually covers those. And we can use the jump in here as well. Let's see, I think this is the jump. Right now I have these sprites, I have the guide in as well, so that's a bummer. But anyway, let's fix it now, and I'll fix the sprites later. Then we can set up the jump. Let's do jump. Is that? Then sprite render, we're going to do, let's see, let's start with this one. Let's go to this frame, this frame, this frame, this one, this one, and then which one is now going down, this one, and then start landing. Okay, and of course this can be interrupted into this animation. So let's fix his frames. Let's maybe do 35. And I'm actually going to give him a little bit more room to move. I'm going to make him jump faster. And this will play a little bit slower, and he will be coming down a little bit slower as well. something like this. Just because he actually have control over this. Okay, so let's have him. Let's say he's on the maximum high position is here. So let's do, oops, no, that's actually wrong. Don't want to change that position. Or do we? No, we're not going to use root motion for that. Let's say maybe that's too much. I think they are indeed jumping that much. Maybe 0.5 is too much. Let's do 0.45. And let's add the curve. Let's change the position, the Z. Let's zoom in a little bit. Oh, and of course we should fix the position at 0. Okay, then left tangent is free, and we're going to have him start going up from this one, and then right tangent for this will be free. So he should be reaching the apex faster. Okay, good enough for now. Okay, so let's disable the hurt box here and start enabling it here so it can be used like a dodge. Okay, so how do I play the jump? Really easy, really easy. Then we have it transition back, of course. So how do I play the jump? I'll go on to my actions and I'm going to say jump. There's no damage type, so we don't really care. So I'm just going to set it to jump, then close damage to 0. Okay, so now we do not have the key for the jump, so let's set up fire 2. It's already set up in the input manager, keep that in mind. Let's hit play. And okay, something is missing. Let's take care of them. Attack, up attack. Oh, yeah, it's jump, not hump. And the jump is not working. Let's check if our inputs are even in there. Okay, fire 2, left alt, mouse 1. Okay, that's correct. Then let's see, input frame jump, get button down, fire 2. Then detect action, we have jump. Oh, because attack is false. So we should also check if jump equals false, because one of these should allow it to play. Okay, let's fix the name of the animation over here. Let's say jump. Oh, hold on, this should be and, not or. Okay, and this plays, but the only problem is we do not actually have any control onto this. Okay, so how do we fix that? Very easy. Is interacting. Set this to false. So now I should be able to move around with just also being okay. There is a slight problem with moving, and that is because it has, yeah, we have to be stationary. That's why doing that. So maybe we need to kind of say on the app. Okay, so we can split the input frames, and we can say, actually we can split the action. Let's see, let's think of it. The action data. We can say public bool is deterministic. So deterministic will be that the input frames you have to press will be the exact ones you have. Okay, so that will mean this. So if a dot is deterministic, play it like this. Otherwise, if it's not deterministic, we're simply going to be checking the attack action or the jump action. Inputs.attack equals f.attack or or a.jump or inputs.jump equals f.jump. Now remember that if those both are false, it will never play because it doesn't trigger the detect action. So that should be fine with us. Okay, we only have to tick that attack 1 is deterministic and up attack is also deterministic as well. The jump isn't. Okay, so now we can move and jump around like a proper turtle. Perfect. That's pretty cool. So let's end this part here, and on the next one, let's add some combos while we're jumping. We should also fix probably that, you know, this guy's being dead while still being able to move. Awesome. So that's it for this part. As always, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and if you like to see more stuff, more videos, more series, more of everything, of course, keep supporting my Patreon so we can make all of these things, especially now where, you know, the future of this is kind of certain. Anyway, I'll see you on the next one.